it now. Change is hard. You can ask anyone. When it comes to changing an approach to higher education, change can seem almost impossible.
In our regular check-in with the folks at Montana Western and Dillon, we recently sat down with the school's chancellor to talk about changes made there a few years ago that set that school on a one-of-a-kind path. Thursday morning, time once again to visit with our friends at the Montana Western campus, and that's actually where we are this morning. Pleasure to introduce you this morning to Beth Weatherby, the chancellor here at Montana Western. Beth, thanks for chatting with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Let's talk to a little bit about this. We're getting ready to move out of winter towards spring. Lots of things happening here on the Montana Western campus. Let's just give me your 2020 overview of Montana Western, if you can.
Great. So we just started our 5th block. We have 8 blocks a year. I know you know that we have a really unusual schedule and way of doing things here. It's called Experience One, and we're the only public university in the nation doing it. Works really well for students. They get to focus. They do one class at a time for 18 days, and then they move on to the next class. And it's just been extremely successful for us.
I think the word that I see throughout this whole thing, whether it was coming up with Experience One or these kind of programs, is reinvention. There's a lot of ways to do things. You've reinvented a lot of ways to do things that other people are doing. Is that fair assessment of what goes on here at Montana Western?
Oh, absolutely. And our faculty and staff are the ones who have done it. They saw a need to change. And I mean, everybody knows change is really hard. And but they just persisted and made it happen. And you know, academia is a very tradition rich and tradition bound institution. So every single piece had to be changed in order to make this happen. But it really does reinvent it. And you just can't believe the number of parents who see what's happening and say, "Oh, I wish that had been invented when I was in school."
The thing I know is you could walk around this campus on any given day, and there might not hardly be anybody here, but they're all in school. They're out in the woods, or they're out with the horses, or they're out wherever. Talk about reinventing the classroom when the classroom isn't. I mean, it's used, but not nearly the way that I think of it, where you're sitting at 27 desks facing a desk in the front. Your classroom is as big as Beaverhead County.
And we're all used to, as we go through school, we're used to a 50-minute period, and then the bell rings, and then you go to the next class. So at about 35 minutes, you're starting to think, oh gosh, I better start packing up and getting ready for that next one. Multitasking is overrated. It's really been shown that we are not, as human beings, great multitaskers. We do better when we focus on one thing. And that is a gift, I think, to our students that they get to do that.
I understand that the Montana University system is going to be converging on your campus this spring. The Board of Regents are coming.
Yeah, every 2 years we host the Board of Regents meeting. And it's a great opportunity to, especially for new people, to show them what a wonderful place we are. And so they'll all be here the first week of March. And it's always great to host all of our counterparts around the state. And Elsie Arntzen from OPI, and the governor or a representative, and lots of guests who come.
That's perfect. Again, Beth Weatherby, Chancellor of Montana Western, joining us this morning. We are in your office. Thank you for taking a little time to chat with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for driving over, and you're always welcome.
My pleasure. I'm going to remember you said that. Thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break here. Much more Montana this morning, right after this.